ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this very special episode. We have our special guest, the man that won the league in March, along with his friends. As usual, your best football, I won't say pundit, but your best football head, Oluwaseun Winsala, and I have with me Obina.
Let me introduce myself now.
And his fellow cup winners cup winner. Fellow cup winner. Olu Adenaike.
Wait. So the funny thing about United, even though you guys won, what's it called, Carabao Cup, which team is going to play Community Shield against Man City?
Can you please? Who's talking? Can you introduce yourself?
Wait, now, Shay, you did the honors for me.
Introduce yourself. Nobody knows who's
everyone.
talking.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's the tempered, relaxed half of the show here. Obina speaking. We're just here to have a good time. Nothing serious. The season is over, so now we can, just unwind. It was a very, very competitive season for some of us, so we can now calm down and truly reflect on how the season went. We have an interesting show this week, and we have, as Sharon said, we have Olu in the house, who you'll be hearing a lot from as the show progresses.
Yeah, he's making a return on this special episode. And just to add a little bit of spice to this show, the best team in London as of today is West Ham.
Oh
Thank
my
you
God!
very much. Thank you very much.
God! That's how they'll start saying West Ham had a better season than Arsenal too.
I mean, they did.
Oh my God!
They did.
Please.
Anyways,
West Ham had a better season than Arsenal.
So before we get into it, I think part of the things I want to do is have the season review, then dive into the team of the season. We also have a few things side I put here and there. So Obina, do you want to talk about season review?
Wait, before we go into the season review, two incredible things happened today, because I think the season review will take most of the episode. But before we touch on the season, two incredible things happened today. First off, congratulations to West Ham for winning the Europa Conference League
and having the best season in London.
Okay,
the Losers Cup.
But it also means that Declan Rice, who is coming to Arsenal, will leave on a high note. So,
I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely happy for him that he leaves on a high, so I can come into a team and
I'll continue, bring that winning mentality,
bring that high.
Yeah, and the high. Yep. So shout out Declan, congrats. And do you have anything to say about Declan Rice and West Ham?
Nothing.
Only that they are the best team in London, have you?
That's what I have to say.
Did you watch the game?
I watched the game.
It was such a terrible watching experience, man.
The quality was
so bad. Yeah. But kudos to West Ham, Sha.
The thing is, it's final. So even if the quality is seemingly bad, they're both going for it. So I will not say.
Nobody's disputing. West Ham especially weren't playing.
Yeah, they didn't play anything. Literally.
Yeah, but it's so. I would like to note something. If we're being objective, I think we need to really discuss Anthony Taylor based off his past antecedents and antics when he's officiating games. Last week, this same Europa League game final, the same thing, something similar happened where he could have given a penalty. He did not give it. Yes. And Lamela and Rakitic shouldn't have finished that game. I wonder how. I'm still surprised that they finished that game. It's crazy how people talk about EPL officials or EPL referees how they
they're not
officiate
good.
games.
They're not good.
It's horrible. Like it's
yeah,
crazy.
no, Premier League referees are terrible.
Like that game, I don't even know if you watched that game,
Yeah,
that
watch
Roma
it.
game.
Watch
It was so bad. I was like,
Sevilla Roma.
can you just take a hold of this game? Like the first foul Matic had, he gave a yellow card. Like, okay, that's normal. Like, okay, let's see. And someone did that almost twice, like twice in the game, no yellow card. But today, the same incident happened, and there was a penalty resulting from that. It's crazy how we
No, there's
just.
no consistency, but
It's crazy.
well, the game is the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the other bit of news that is very significant. Turns out, well, it doesn't turn out. Lionel Messi is moving to the MLS, specifically Inter Miami. For and to get there, he snubbed Al Hilal, I believe is the name of the team. Or yeah, for a deal over like I think $1.5 billion over 3 years.
Yeah, $500 million a season, man.
That's insane.
Crazy.
And now he did. I mean, he's going to start off in Miami in the next couple of months. I think he should start because their season starts in August.
July.
Oh, July. Okay, yeah.
Did you see the report? Like, the ticket for that Inter Miami prior to like Messi was about $29, but now with Messi it's about $400. Like the lowest ticket.
The greatest of all time effect. That's what
Oh
you
my
get when you
God.
got the greatest footballer of all time. And somebody is in Saudi Arabia struggling, couldn't even win the championship there, couldn't win the cup there, struggle. I mean, like, anyway, at least Benzema is coming to join him. So
Okay. So if Inter Miami doesn't win the league next season, what should we
Which
say?
they probably wouldn't.
Oh, wait now. What should we say?
You can say what you want to say then.
Okay. So first things first. These are the things that aside from banter, I'm a huge Ronaldo fan. Apart from banter, these are the I don't like people not being consistent. No. You can laugh. I don't like people being consistent. When Ronaldo went to Saudi Arabia, they were like, "Oh, he went for the money. His career is over. Yada yada yada. No problem. I mean, this guy is 37, so I don't expect anything from him. Anything more from him. He's done what he wants to do, and it's done. So
you can't say Messi went for the money, though.
Huh?
You can't say Messi went for the money because
what did he go for?
No, he was offered more in Saudi Arabia.
That's a lie.
Now, but he's still earning a lot in the MLS, though.
Earning a lot in MLS.
It will earn more in MLS than Saudi Arabia.
No.
What do you mean?
No,
potentially long term.
But we're saying cash in hand.
Guy. If let me ask you a question.
Cash in hand.
You know about how big techs are, right? People like Amazon, they don't give you. If they say your total compensation is 320, they don't give you 320. They give you maybe like they used to have cap. I think they removed the cap. You give you base maybe 120, and the remaining will be shared between stock and bonus and all that.
Yes.
If Amazon comes for you and say my big startup say I'm going to pay you 200, who would you go for?
No. You can't say 200. No. It's not 200 though. That's the point.
Okay, what's it? Tell me. Give us a number. If you know the details.
The conversation.
Since you are part of the Messi family, tell us the detail.
No. The deal to Saudi Arabia was going to be 1.5 billion over 3 years. That's a universal fact.
That's a universal fact. I don't know. You're saying it for the first time on this podcast.
No, that's what they were going to give in Saudi Arabia.
Well, I not told you. Can you?
I think what I saw is like $500 million per season.
Yeah,
$500 million per season.
3 years.
But he wasn't going to sign 3 years now. Did he say he was going to sign 3 years?
Initially, what I had seen was so the point is okay. $500 million over what I had seen was actually over 2 years. Some of that reports are saying 3 years, 2 years. But the point is $500 million a season. Okay, that's $500 million a season.
Okay.
So what he's going to make in MLS in a season will not reach 500 million.
And I'm putting it to you that part of the deal that he has with MLS is he has opportunity to own a franchise.
That's what I'm saying. Long term.
But the guy is still. Are you kidding me? Right now, Beckham is going to make huge amount of money by owning a club he bought for like $25 million. So what do you mean?
Sure. What I'm saying is this: if it is a staggering amount of money to let go of, so you can't say that he didn't care. He's also in this just for the money. It's not just for the money. That's the point I'm trying to
It's
make.
part of it's being.
No, of course it's part of
wait,
it's his job,
Obina,
but
relax.
it's not at the forefront of that decision, because if it was,
it's part of it, because I'm telling you, as a shrewd businessman, when you are at your tail end of career, you have to think large. You have to think, okay, how do I position myself to gain more more physical ability, more physical strength. So if again, I will use Amazon as an example. If a company comes for you and says, I'm going to pay you 200 is more than 100.
200 is not the equivalent. No, the point I'm trying to make is that the 200 125 comparison that you made.
No. I said 200 versus 320. 320 is the total compensation.
Yeah.
But the base is 100. But the remaining 120 is spread across stock and bonus. But
I don't think many people care that much for stocks, because stocks take a long time to vest. Things can go bad. But if you have your 300 in cash,
not with a company like Amazon. I'm telling you,
days.
Amazon is offering you 300 and the company is offering you 200. A lot of people go for the 320.
That had meta stocks and then now the stocks have dropped. Anyway, the point is this. See, we know you have a tech podcast. You can go and do all of these tech analysis.
No. See, you cannot tell me, you cannot say that you don't consider money. If you didn't consider money, then you'll have gone to a club like Roma.
He'd have gone back to Barcelona.
Or Barcelona.
Of course, he considered money, but it was not the most important thing for him, because he has a family, one, that probably, they probably like what they saw or what Miami could hold for them compared to what Saudi could hold for them. So that plays a huge role as well. It's not just the money for
it's
him.
Good, Sha. Should be Obina Messi. Your last name is Messi now. You're part of the family. You have the in-house. Anyways, let's move forward. I'm happy for Lionel Messi. He's good. He's going to turn 36 this year. A very huge move for him.
He won the World Cup.
It's huge stuff for him. I mean, honestly, if I have the opportunity, I'll take it. But I just want consistency across board, because you cannot tell me a 39-year-old going to Saudi Arabia screaming that his career is over, but a 36-year-old going to MLS when he could have still played like one more season or two in Europe. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm happy for him. Can we move on now?
Really quickly though, the biggest losers to me were Barcelona, because in addition to not getting him, a friend of mine read the statement that they released today, and man, saying that they were salty is an understatement.
Lionel Messi. But I think another thing that he had considered, I think he's going to make part of. First of all, I think I saw some reports that says all the teams in the MLS contributed for him to come, like pretty much paying him to come.
Yeah.
Two, he's going to be making part of, like, I think making royalties from Apple, like the streaming service.
Yep.
And three,
and Apple, they're paying directly. They're not paying through the club.
Yeah, and three, like he's going to what's the word? Yeah, like the ownership.
Yes.
Team ownership. I think those things long term.
Exactly. You cannot tell me that you don't consider that, like
maybe like 15 years from now. 15 years from now, yes. I mean, but the other things he considered. I'm not Messi. I'm not in his family, so I don't really know. But like, I would say I think they also have a house in Miami. Like he lives here as well.
So the thing is, with the deal, everything points to monetary value. You cannot tell me that even if it's 15 years, like it stands to gain more going to Miami than going to Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia, it can get the $500 million and for 3 seasons, and that's it. Mm-hmm. You see, even with Ronaldo's deal is very similar to his own too, because I heard they signed him to be like the face of the league.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime they have any event that has to do with the league, Ronaldo has to show up. So it's very similar to Messi's own too. So Messi will be like the face of MLS.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like you're
promoting
gonna
the
do
league
that.
and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So all that boils down to monetary gains, like signing endorsement deal. So I don't know why Obina is saying money is not in the forefront. Money is obviously in the
But
forefront.
I also think it's just ridiculous money, man. You know, like seeing Kante go for free to that team that Benzema went to, making 100 million a season. That's insane. Benzema making 200 million a season. That's like what?
so I think part of the things that happen in that kind of situation is they know they cannot attract big names, so they have to, splash the cash to bring them to the league.
Yeah, I mean the names they're attracting now are like people that are at the end of their career now. Like Ronaldo, let's be real, Ronaldo, Messi, Benzema, all these guys, they're at the end of their career.
That's what I'm saying now. So the thing is, I agree with that, but you cannot say one for Ronaldo and another for Messi, because, for example, I saw ESPN saying, I think when they said this when Ronaldo left, that what a sad way to end his career when he went to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. But when Messi now goes to MLS, like, oh, this is the best move for him.
Great distance.
I mean, like, what's that? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. A 39-year-old man, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, not even that. Like, at the same age of Messi right now, he was still playing at the top level.
Yeah, it was still. So why are we being? Selective?
I mean, at the end of the day, man, these guys, they've achieved the highest of the highest. Like, both of them, Messi, Ronaldo, they both achieved like the most, man. Yeah. I think, man, these guys are towards the end of their career, man. Let them enjoy their money.
Let them enjoy their money.
Anyways, they are at the end, man. It's over. It's literally they are literally at the last like 3 to 5 years. Let's see. If 5 years is even pushing it.
Five is
2 to 3 years, man.
5 is too much. 5 is too much.
Yeah, they are 2 to 3 years of their career, man, and that's it.
Messi will end up playing the way Pele played when he came here. Where everybody was running around. I was like, what's going on?
The thing is, I mean, Obina, with that being said, let me ask you this quick question. Sure. Do you think his stint in PSG was successful?
No, it was terrible. It was a terrible move. But at the same time, though, I would argue. I would argue that it was necessary for him to go there so he could win the World Cup. Let me elaborate. Okay. If he was at Barcelona, no. This is my theory. If he was at Barcelona, he would have had to carry the team as he had been carrying them for the past couple of seasons prior to him leaving. Okay, and he would not have been fresh enough for the World Cup.
So pretty much in PSG, he was just like training.
He was lounging. Yeah, he was on vacation, pretty much. No, because there were some games where you would watch him. This guy, like, he would just keep, all he kept doing was just playing long balls, like not the burst of pace that we saw. Yeah. I mean, he's old, obviously, but it's just, yeah. So
to be honest, I agree. I think his PSG's thing was a disaster, man.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, he has stats, all that stuff this season, but like, who doesn't have stats in the French league, man?
No, he had to go there. He had to go there, and I'm happy. I'm happy he went there, and I'm happy with the ultimate result of him winning the World Cup. Like, yeah, that's what we wanted anyway. So, congrats to him. Okay, so let's move on. Sheo, I guess you can take over now.
After wasting the whole minute of Messi. Anyways,
please, one more thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's please just quickly, like 1 minute, talk about Man City.
Oh yeah, yes.
Because I know you talked about like, there was like Anthony Taylor penalty, You know, I think Casemiro was supposed to be sent off in that game as well. I know nobody really talked about it. People briefly talk about it, but to me, that was a red card offense. Like what he did in that game.
Sheo knows that was a red card.
I also feel like the handball was definitely a penalty, in my opinion. A lot of people said no, but I think it was a penalty. I know this game was really close in terms of the scoreline, but in reality, it wasn't a close game. To me, watching it, especially that first half, it was like complete domination, man. especially in that first half.
I don't like City right now because this a new dimension that they have with Haaland, where they can actually just go long, it's going to cause a lot of problems next season when they fully know how to do it. Because now you can still see like it's not
Yeah, still,
clean. Yeah, they're still
yeah,
trying it out. When they actually, because the thing with Haaland is that he's I don't know why people seem to think he has a good control. I don't think he has a good first touch. I think his first touch is not good, but
but he's getting better.
that's my fear. That
Yeah.
is my fear. Like when he has like good first touch, when he can actually knock the ball down to KDB and whoever they get now, because even Gundogan is leaving. So when they start flying, it's going to be problematic for the league because naturally teams want to sit deep with against City, and this will
Mhm.
just unlock teams,
Oh
and
yeah,
then they'll start crossing. Oh yeah, we're in trouble, man.
yeah.
But I know
I mean, we
Arteta will
saw it
figure
against
something out.
Arsenal, like how they
Yeah,
just like use that long ball to like completely
yeah.
destroy
Just
Arsenal, man.
scatter the team.
Literally.
I trust
I think
Arteta
that
to
was the
find
game that
something
was like,
though.
wow, like this was like complete destruction with that tactic, man.
Joe, I know you guys. Do you think City? Okay, I guess. Okay, and then real quick before we go into the team of the season. Okay, no, actually, we'll talk about this at the end of the show. The Champions League final. Let's save that for last. Okay, team of the season. Sean, take it away.
Let's start with moment of the season. Then
Wow. So when you say moment of the season, do you mean like as in a standout? Do you mean a standout moment or like as a moment that you will remember this season for?
if anything that's just
Wow, there were many.
that just
There were
pick
many.
one.
There were many. There were
Just
many.
pick one. Just pick one. The one I
There
think
was Liverpool beating United 7-0, even though Liverpool didn't play well.
that can be your season of season.
No, that can't be my point of season.
And
But
so
it
why
was
you
a
not? Why you
standout.
telling us now? Just
No,
pick one.
I'm thinking out loud. Thinking out loud.
Don't think out loud. Why you thinking? Olu, what's up? Tell me your moment of the season.
Nah, okay, I have mine actually.
Olu, please tell me your moment of the season.
Maybe he's having signal issues. Mine.
Oh God, Jesus Christ! I'm not asking you, Robin. I'm asking Olu. Are you Olu?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like to me, my moment of the season was the Reece Nelson goal against Bournemouth.
Yep.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I definitely think that one. I can't think of any other one that like trumps that because
that was it for me.
especially like with the circumstance and everything, last kick of the game, the kind of goal it was a great goal as well. Like it's not just like he just got it tapping; it was like an insane goal.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth. There are so many things you can see about it. So that's how I'll pick that as like the moment of the season.
Obina, what's the moment of the season?
So that was definitely it for me. I mean,
okay, so you're both sharing the same moment of the season.
No, yeah. Okay, since Olu has said that, I will go with let's see. Which other moment of the season was that?
Olu, you see what I have to deal with?
No, because like I said, there were many.
Just
there were
pick
so many
one.
incredible moments this season.
Pick one. Just pick one out of the many that you have. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be out of
I
this world.
I also really liked Jorginho's goal against Aston Villa because and let me elaborate why. This is a tough question.
It's not a tough question. It's a straightforward question.
No, because there are many options. When that happened, right, it just felt like this was going to be Arsenal's season. Like you don't get so many things happen like that, in that sequence. It was we had been losing, we were losing that game. Aston Villa had like outplayed us. And then Jorginho, who we just got from Chelsea, shot the ball. He hit the post. Emi Martinez, who was Arsenal's former keeper, he went. Yeah, so like, yeah, that was an incredible moment too.
Yeah. It's funny that the football gods gave Arsenal so many opportunities, but anyways, my moment of the season has to be the fight between Tuchel and Conte, and they were both sacked.
Oh,
that's my moment of the season.
The fight between them, is it where they wouldn't shake hands?
Yes.
Oh,
actually, when they shook hands, and I think it was Conte that held. I think it was Tuchel that held Conte's hands for too long.
Yeah, when they were holding hands.
Yeah. And they both did not finish the season. That's my moment of the season. It's, to me, it's hilarious. It's really
that was
hilarious.
actually pretty funny.
Hilarious.
Okay, and then team of the season, real
Yeah.
quick.
Do you want me to start or you want to start?
Yeah, you start.
Okay. So my my goalkeeper.
There can only be one.
It's cross fight, but it's my opinion. Please, anything
Yeah.
I say, anything you say, and anything Olu say, they are all opinions.
Yeah.
There's no need to argue about it. Let's just move on.
Although some opinions can be wrong. But go on.
It doesn't have to be contested. That's what I'm saying. Let's get that. Do we all agree? Olu, do we all agree?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Please, no contest.
Go ahead.
So my keeper, David De Gea, because clean sheets. I know it's controversial. I'm not saying this
You can
this will be
settle
the
for
first
mediocrity.
time.
That's fine. I said you can settle for mediocrity. That's fine.
Problem. No problem. I this is not the first time I'm saying it. I've said it somewhere else and people don't agree, but I understand. Very well. But then my center backs, I'll pick Saliba and
You have to.
This guy. Let me finish now. Don't interrupt. Saliba and Licha. Then my fullback right would be what's his name? Trippier. And my left back. So this left back is kind of difficult for me because I have 3 people that I want to pick, but I'll just cramp all of them together. I don't know. I just cannot pick one. Akonji, Estupinian, and what's his name?
Zinchenko.
What?
Zinchenko.
Yeah. Please. But let's be serious here. Estupinian, Akonji, and what's this guy? This is City boy. Help me.
Okay.
Yes, Nathan Ake. So reason being that I need them at the back. Those two, I need them at the back because the way City played this season, those 2 guys really helped them in solidifying the defense. Because in the past, when you lump the ball across their midfield, one-on-one with their defenders, you're going to score. Like, it's so easy. But with those 2 guys in their defense, they've been able to match the pace and the defensive ability and passing the ball all together has helped City kind of solve their defensive frills in a way. So that's my defense. Then my midfield, very controversial too. Casemiro, Gundogan, and KDB. Those 3. So Casemiro, obviously, because of the way he played for United, if he's not playing or if he's not playing well, United is not playing well. Like, it's 100% sure. Then
So
Gundogan.
Can I say something?
Hold on.
That he missed like 8 games or so through red card.
Yes. That's why I say if he's not playing, we're in trouble. Then Gundogan. So I pick Gundogan because I'm one of those people that when it comes to midfield, like I'm a very I like midfield so much because I understand what it takes to play in the midfield. And as a central midfielder for Gundogan, he's one of those players that you never see him play anything. You don't even hear his name. He just does his business. And that helps City play tick because he's keeping the ball, passing, distributing, kind of also controlling the pace of the game. Also, at one point in time in the game and in season, he was undroppable. So then KDB, obviously, because it's KDB. Then my forward 3, I have to pick this person, even if it's against my wish, Saka.
Yeah, you have to.
I'm picking Saka, Haaland, and Rashford. So Rashford for obvious reasons. Rashford because he scored 30 goals. He literally carried United on his back at some point in the season. Even for Rashford, I don't think United would have made top 4 because there was a time that it was only one scoring the goals. If it wasn't scoring, United wasn't winning. Then Haaland for obvious reasons. So that's my 11 of the season. So I can also have honorable mentions. I have a lot of people, but I guess we have discussions for that already. We have the the evolution of season and all that. So we'll just push that towards that. So yeah.
Okay, Olu.
Okay, my goalkeeper, I'll pick Ramsdale.
Yep.
If you are looking for balance, but like I think he had like the second highest goal sheet or so. Clean sheet, sorry. And he had made key saves along the season. Obviously, he made a lot of mistakes towards the end of the season, But if you remove that end, the rest of the season, I think he had a good season, So I would say Ramsdale in comparison to like most other keepers that I can think of. So Ramsdale, right back, Trippier, center back, I would pick Diaz and Gabriel. I know people will say like Saliba, but like I feel like it got to a point in the season where like Gabriel was holding Saliba, like especially after the World Cup. So between like late December to like March, I think Gabriel was the best defender in Arsenal. Like Saliba's form dropped like crazy. The first half of the season, yes, Saliba was to me the best centre back or defender in the league. But like the second half, like what's his name, Gabriel really stepped up, and Saliba's form kind of dipped a little bit. Left back, I want to say Shaw. To me, Shaw is the left back of the season. CDM, I'll pick Rodri. To me, he's just clear. He's clear above like Thomas Partey or Casemiro. I know people always say Casemiro, like I think he's very, very underrated by what he does, And people just think because he's like in a good team, so that's why. But like he's the one making that team click, man. Like without Rodri, I don't think like Man City will play exactly how they play. He's literally really good. Then the other two midfielders, De Bruyne and Odegaard, of course. The top three players to me, Haaland, of course, as the striker, right wing, Saka is the clear and obvious option. I know a lot of people say Salah, but like to me, Salah didn't really play as good as he would play. He has the statistics to back it up, but like the performances weren't really there. But like Saka has the performances and the stats, And the left wing, I would say Martinelli. The reason I didn't pick Rashford, the reason why I didn't pick Rashford, right, is because Rashford had a period when he played really good. So probably like right before the World Cup and after the World Cup until like February, he didn't score any goal from like February to like the end of the season, man. I think he only scored one goal or so. But Martinelli was consistent throughout the whole season. Like there are times, there was a period where he dropped form like a little bit, like towards the end of March or maybe midway through, not March, January, midway through January or in the middle of January, sure. But overall, the entire season, I think he was pretty consistent across the board. And if you look at his goal scoring in comparison to like Rashford, that really played as a striker, if we are going to be honest, like he had almost similar statistics in the Premier League. Maybe the goal difference was just 2 or 1. I don't remember. And he probably has more assists than Rashford as well. So that's why I'll pick Martinelli. So that's my team, man.
To correct your notion, Rashford did not play this season as a striker. He played
there were
some
a lot
games.
of games that he was the striker.
He played some games as a striker.
Yeah, but
some games.
There were a lot of, even if he starts as a left winger, he ends up as the striker. There were a lot of games like that.
Yeah, it did not. It wasn't that way. We had Weghorst for that. We had Ronaldo at the beginning of the season. We had Martial at some point.
I thought Weghorst was your midfielder.
Weghorst wasn't our midfielder. Weghorst was our number 9. Weghorst was just dropped. We just dropped at some point to play as a 10. Maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 games. After that, it was pushed back to number 9. But let's go on. Let's move on.
Okay.
My team of the season. It was a toss-up between Big Pope and Ramsdale, but for sentimental reasons, I'll go with Ramsdale. That's my goalkeeper. Right back, I'll give it to Kyle Walker. I don't like the guy, but I can't deny his abilities. As my centre back pairing, I will go with what's his name, Lisandro Martinez and Gabriel Magalhaes. Even though it's an odd pairing, both left-footed, but I think that they were both solid. Left back, I give to Estupinian. Guy was solid this weekend. This season. My midfield, It's Rodri. Has to be Rodri. Then KDB and Odegaard. Again, not conventional, but I'm just saying based on what people gave this season, I'll play KDB and Odegaard there because of what they gave. My striker, obviously, Haaland. Right wing, Saka. Left wing, Karu Mitoma. That's my left winger, and that's my 11 right there. Yep.
Okay.
That's my right
So
there.
out of all those players, who is your player of the season?
I'll still. I know everyone will say Haaland because he scored an astronomical number of goals, but I'll still give it to Bukayo Saka. I'll still. Yeah, okay, no, it's Haaland, man. I'll be honest, it's Haaland. It's Haaland, yeah.
Olu, who's your player of the season?
Yeah, I think it's Haaland, man.
Same here, Haaland.
Yeah,
Haaland.
it has
But
to be.
it's crazy. It's crazy that
It has to be.
this guy scored 30 goals. Kane. I did not enter any of you people's team of the season.
No,
But
again.
that's because of the formation, you know.
No,
I would
but
say more.
there's no universe in which Haaland is in that league and Harry Kane goes ahead of him. There's no formation that you play that you put Harry Kane
Yeah,
in front of.
if it's a 4-3-3 with two wingers, then Kane wouldn't enter. But if it was like a 4-4-2, you know,
You
then I
play
would
Kane and
say.
Haaland?
I mean, that's why I said formation wise. You know,
No, that's
maybe
what I'm saying, but if well,
Why can't he play
Yeah.
for 4-2?
yeah, maybe
Kane
Kane
there.
would drop back and Haaland would like be the guy up there. You know.
So why can't he play for 4-2 and remove one of the midfielders?
Well, I just assume like the what they call it was 4-4-3-3, man. Because
No.
that's what most people use, to be
And
honest.
you use your own
No. I
equalize
still
your.
go with the same formation.
Okay.
You know, because I know Haaland scored goal. Kane scored goals in a terrible, but the team was very terrible, man. Like they just were that bad. They're very bad. You know, I think they were probably one of the worst teams in the Premier League this season. Tottenham. I know they came 8th, 7th. I don't know, but just based on like their performances, they were probably like relegation performance wise, man. In my opinion, alongside Chelsea.
They were so topsy-turvy, yeah.
Okay.
Like they would win games and then lose.
So who's your revelation of the season?
There were a number of fantastic players.
So let's say revelation. So let's do top 3. Then the top will be the winner.
So someone who surprised me. I know a lot of people will be like, Joel Linton actually had a really good season.
Yeah.
First of all, considering that he came in as a striker, then he became a midfielder, and now he bosses the midfield. I think he had a really good season. I think what's his name? Mitoma had a really, really good season. Because now everyone like talks about him. He's the one-on-one, like, and he also has very good eyes for scoring. So I think he had a good season. And then another player who had a good season as well. I think Ben White had a good season. I think Ben White. I think he should be getting he can't start ahead of Kyle Walker, but he should be England's second right back, in my opinion.
Ahead of Trippier?
Ahead of Rhys James, ahead of Trippier, in my opinion. Sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So those are my revelations of the season.
So who is the number 1?
Just because I would say Mitoma. Yeah, just because of the kind of season he had, what he did for Brighton. Yeah, I would say Mitoma.
Olu, what about you?
Yeah, same. Like Mitoma is the only person, man, that comes to mind.
That comes to mind.
Yeah.
For me, I would pick Mitoma. I will pick Almiron. And I will pick. I'm trying to think. Well, do I want to pick? I think I will also pick Estupinian because he played. He gave that energy for. Actually, I have 4. Estupinian and Caicedo.
Yeah, Caicedo.
And I'm kind of scared for those 2 players I just mentioned, Caicedo and Estupinian.
I guess the question is like revelation of the season should be like someone that like really, really surprised you. I feel like a lot of people already knew like Caicedo was good enough. You know.
So the reason why I'm picking those 2 is because I don't think they came in as a huge name. For example, Casemiro. I'm not going to pick Casemiro as my as my revelation of season because we already know what is all
He can
about.
bring.
Yeah.
Which is Caicedo from last season already. We have already seen like this guy. We know what he's about.
Yeah,
you know?
but But I'm saying like, you know how people have again. So it goes back to what I was trying to say about those two players, Estupinian and Caicedo. I'm scared for them because if they leave Brighton and they go to another team that doesn't play the way Brighton plays in terms of pressing together, trying to like when you
Mm-hmm.
get the ball, they're always going forward, not sideways or backwards, but backwards.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a problem because when they get the ball, they're running forward and nobody's running with them, and they kind of
Mm-hmm.
play. They turn to Casedo turns to a player like Fred when there's no
Mm-hmm.
outlet. He just like loses the ball in a very bad position on the field. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really like um I'm really trying to see. But anyways, so those two. But my revelation has to be it's very difficult for me to pick between Amiron and Mitoma. Amiron because he was insulted, like, and he was like, "Oh, you guys insulted me," and decided to like play as if he was on fire. Amiron's form helped Newcastle at the beginning of the season, help
Right.
them help them bring that fear factor that if you guys are not careful, if you don't prepare well against this team, Amiron is going to punish you. Amiron will be the person to punish you.
Oh,
So
but
same
before,
over Mitoma too.
real quick, Almiron, like when he was bought from the MLS here, right?
Yeah.
He actually went to Newcastle under the guys that he was an exciting player. So like
Yes.
people knew him. He just had a terrible first season, and
Yes.
I put that down to adjusting and whatnot. So, but I guess you could say like revelation wise, I guess for people who haven't seen him before,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's more like evolution can also include most improved player. So it's
Okay,
all because
okay.
I don't think going into the season anyone will have mentioned Amiron to be
That's having
one
kind
of
of
the players that would And
yeah.
as I was saying, if you don't prepare, if at the beginning of the season, if you did not prepare well for Newcastle, Amiron will be the one to punish you. Like
Punish
you know,
you.
Amiron is going to punish you. And
Yeah.
same way with Brighton, if you did not prepare well against Brighton, Mitoma will be the one to punish you. So it's like toss up between. But from what you just said, from the division you just made, I think I'll go Mitoma on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to add one thing. Like, if we're talking about most improved, like to me, I think one name is clear, man. I think it's Martinelli. Like the way he's level.
Oh God. I'm
If we're
just
talking
tired.
about most improved player.
Jesus
But what's
Christ.
wrong in
What's
Martinelli though? Like, did you see his
what
stats
is
compared to last season and this season?
So
But not just stats,
we just be giving
performances.
Arsenal. Let's just give Arsenal players the award then.
no? We
No,
still
no,
Because
no, no. That's why I said most improved. I didn't say he's like the revolution of the season because we already know about him. And that's why
compared
to me,
to
Mitoma was the obvious answer. Because like
so
nobody really know about Mitoma until like this season, and he just came and blew everybody away. So to me, and Almiron, he had like maybe like the first half of the season was good, second half he wasn't good
he got
at all.
injured. He got injured. He got injured. He got
Yeah,
injured.
but even
Then
when he got back, he wasn't playing good at all.
but
You know.
Edia started playing some funny formation where he
Yeah,
was trying to combine Isaac and
and
what's his name
the striker Wilson.
Wilson,
You know.
which to me doesn't make any sense. Then we wanted to combine John Litton with I started benching, even started benching Sam Maxima, which honestly next season I want to predict that Newcastle is going to struggle because of that fact that the manager is trying to do crazy. And I understand he's trying to like balance the freshness of the players, the team. You want to have your players fresh, but when something works for you, you want to like try to guard it, maintain it. You can also introduce fresh legs, but don't put round pegs in square holes. Isak, when he plays on that left hand side, just wants to dribble. Doesn't add anything to the team. He just
my
goes,
guy?
doesn't just want to do anything else, just wants to dribble. But if you put him as a 9, he's more productive. So when you combine him with Wilson, you know that there's a mismatch somewhere. But when you combine Almiron with Isak or Wilson, it works well. So, anyways, let's move on. Um, Flop of the season. It's probably my favorite section.
There are lots.
Just
a
let's
lot
pick
of them
one.
are Chelsea players, though.
Just pick one.
I forgot Chelsea players. I don't know
pick
why I
one.
always forget Chelsea.
From January to the end of the season, it's undoubtedly Mudryk for me. Undoubtedly.
Okay.
No, now.
From January to the end of the season.
Wait, now.
Throughout the duration of the season, I will go with Martial. He scored some goals here and there.
Richarlison.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
But so let's put context to it.
That's a good one.
So the reason why I personally will not pick Richarlison is Tottenham as a team. Yeah, he barely played. And Tottenham as a team.
When you say he barely played, what do you mean he barely played?
So no. So even if let's even say
they barely started.
Let's even say Tottenham as a team were in disarray. They were all over the place. The coach was even beefing Richarlison, and they were talking at each other, like, through the press. So I personally will not pick Richarlison. But if I'm going to pick a player, it has to be Darwin Núñez.
Wait, you think like Darwin Núñez was more of a flop than Richarlison?
Yes. So there's a reason for that.
On the hype around him.
No. About the hype. Like, let's forget about hype.
Yeah,
look at the team. Look at the team. Look at the positions he occupies in the team, and look at his end product. I will explain. So for example, if you put Richarlison in those same positions that Núñez occupies, at least he's taking half of those chances. Half. Bad as bad. See, it's awful or horrible. Half. But this man gets chances. He gets his positions where he can never bury the ball.
Yeah, he's got a good amount of goals, though. I'm not understanding.
No.
Richarlison scored one goal the whole season.
Yes. To me, I'm saying about myself, I'm looking at context. From the beginning of the season,
even with context, there's no in no world would Darwin Núñez be considered as a flop and Richarlison not be considered as a flop.
So again, context. The money came in with, because Darwin Núñez was supposed to be the Alan answer for Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
And beginning of the season all the way to the end, you cannot tell me those positions. Like, it's part of the reasons why Liverpool did not finish in a very good position. Because if he took those chances, they would have won those games and they would have had enough cushion. Even if Liverpool was struggling, there's a way that your striker will carry you to a point where you'll be like, okay, you've done your best.
Okay.
For example,
so I just opened Richarlison's stats, right? He had 27 appearances this season, 1 goal. 27 appearances and 1 goal.
It's not about the stats. It's about, again, positions where this man occupied. Ask Obina, from the beginning of this podcast, we always talk about Darwin Núñez. Not because of, say the team is playing rubbish or he's not scoring, but chances that he's missing. Come on now. If Núñez was your striker, there's no way you'll not be angry. There's no way. You know that, okay, Richarlison is having an awful season. That is a given, like, it's given awful season. But the positions Núñez occupied in the team, on the field, 100% for me. But for you, is Richarlison.
But he had 9 goals, 3 assists, 29 appearances. How is that a flop? I know he didn't meet up to the expectation, but like, again, compared to Richarlison, that has 1 goal in 27. He has 12 goal contributions. Richarlison has just 1 goal contribution. 1.
Okay, so by that, can we say Salah had a better season than Saka?
No. I mean, again, like you're saying, there's context to it.
Thank you. I'm saying.
Wait. The difference between Salah and Saka is not that big. It's not that big, man. So if it's probably like a few goals. So this is really big.
So in that case, then Salah should be your team of season.
Huh? What do you say? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, you said Salah. No. I'm saying like Saka had 14 goals, 12 assists, which is 26 goal contributions. And Salah probably had like, I don't know, maybe 30. I'll just put a bulk number, 30. It's not that like crazy, man, compared to like 12-1. Like Darwin has 12. Richarlison has just one contribution for a goal in the entire season.
Okay, no problem.
That's where I'm like, wow, like how would you consider
so for
Darwin a
me,
flop, but Richarlison not a flop?
No, I did
for
not
me,
say it's not the flop, but the most flop, the floppest of the flops.
the biggest flop. No,
Yes.
I think that no. I think so. It has to be both of them at the top of the flop chart.
No, but we are not even considering like Anthony, Sancho, all those guys.
No,
You know,
no. And so
why?
this we cannot.
Why?
So this we cannot. What's it called? The reason we cannot talk about those players. I mean, you are free to talk about them. It's your prerogative. It's your choice. But for
No,
me,
I'm just curious as to like why you don't consider them as a flop and consider Darwin as a flop.
I'll just explain to you the positions that Nunes occupied on the field, the opportunities he had, the
He
chances he
missed
had.
a lot of
Remove Nunes and put a Jota. Jota came in and was scoring goals from injury. He was scoring goals in the same positions that Nunes occupied. If you call it a Liverpool fan today, it's going to tell you how angry he is at Nunes. So
yes, which is fair. But I wouldn't still consider him as like more of a flop than someone that did not even have any outputs, which is Richarlison.
Don't let us drag this too much. Don't let us drag this too much. Your flop of season is what's his name? Richarlison.
To me, it's Richarlison. Like I would like to say like Anthony and Sancho, but Richarlison just strikes it out for me, man. 1 goal contribution in 27 appearances. Like even that 1 goal set, it was a struggle, man. It was a struggle 1 goal.
No, I remember. No. It's he had Anthony, Sancho. They had goal contribute and they had goals. They had assists. Like what's his name? Darwin Nunes scored in a couple of goals. I mean, he missed a number of chances, but at least he still had some output. Richarlison, bruh, that guy struggled this season, man. He struggled at Tottenham. So yeah, for me, it's him. It's Richarlison.
Okay.
Richarlison.
So who is the manager of the season?
I mean, as much as it hurts, I have to give it to Pep still. I have to give it to Pep. He found solutions to problems that teams posed him by trying out. In fact, he has once again changed the way teams approach the game. You know, brought in new tactics, having your wing, your left or your wing back moving to the midfield. Now Liverpool, this is something that a lot of people have been calling for Trent to do for years, but then because Pep has done it now, Liverpool are now have now done it and moved Trent to the midfield to play more in the midfield. So like again, it has to be, and obviously he won the league after being as much as 11 points behind Arsenal in March, 8 points behind Arsenal in March. So yeah, I have to give it to Pep.
You know that moving your fullbacks to the midfield is going to burn a lot of teams next season. Yeah. Example: two teams I'm predicting that are doing copy, that are doing follow, Arsenal and Liverpool. Liverpool because Trent does not have the legs to press the way Liverpool press on the midfield. So it's going to be a water carrier in that midfield, and it's going to really expose them. Because then teams will notice that, this guy wants to use his center backs to stretch and go to that right back position. So it's going to create a lot of hole. Then for Arsenal, if you guys don't replace Zinchenko and you want to do the same thing, teams are going to hurt you from that position because they know that Zinchenko will not be in that left hand side. So they know, okay, that's a great space to come in through.
No, but if we get a more mobile midfielder than Xhaka,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
which we plan on doing,
that can help
with Declan Rice.
I mean,
and if we get Declan Rice and Caicedo, then I think that could plug the
problem. So I think Caicedo works well for that. Because Caicedo likes to like go and plug holes, but I don't think Declan Rice does plugging of holes.
He'll be so Pat is going to leave. Pat is like, or let me not say going to, he's likely to leave, and the chances are high for that. So if Caicedo becomes our 4, and then what's his name, Rice becomes our 6,
Yeah. So that means you have to play. Just know that you have to play Casado if you want to play that fullback entry. If not, they'll auto guys to that space.
No, but Rice too can play there. Rice is a very capable DM. I really, as in, I've rated Declan Rice from the first time I saw him play. I was like, yo, this this guy can ball.
But
And
he's not a DM though.
no, but he can play there. He can play there, and he can play there very, very well. He can. He
So
can play there.
Rice is a player that needs to play in a team that is balanced in terms of defending and attacking. I'll explain.
And Arsenal has those, but go on.
So I will use City as an example. They can actually play very well for City because everybody is trying to get the ball back. Everybody's close to each other.
You don't think Arsenal presses well?
I'm waiting now. I'm coming. So when City loses the ball, they can get the ball back quickly, and the positions they lose the ball is always close to the opponent's box 18. So it's far to their box. So before you get yourself, they really come around you and getting the ball back. For Arsenal is very similar, but Arsenal is still young in terms of using that tactics of gathering, come together and getting the ball quickly. So there are a lot of O's. So that's what I'm saying. If you play the Canary as a DM, there's a problem if you play Zinchenko as your left back. Because when Zinchenko comes to join him in the midfield, the Canary does not have the wherewithal to go to that left-hand side and say, let me plug this place. I've not seen him do that before. But if you have a Caicedo there, Caicedo knows how to he says this space is going to leak. It goes there. It's like Kante. The way Kante plays, Kante goes around and says, okay, let me see where I can plug holes to kind of retrieve the ball back. So I'm saying you need the Canarias and Caicedo to play together. But if you play the Canarias as a DM, sorry, now gets you. So
I would like to defer to that argument though, because I just feel like you say they will obviously take advantage of the left back. Yeah, obviously in games every now and then it will happen, but it won't be as rampant as you think. Reason being that like us now, we are always with the ball. We're mostly with the ball. That's one. And two, yeah, like against most teams, like we have more possession than other teams. That's one. And two, we typically press very, very high up the pitch, and even when we lose the ball, that's the purpose of Zinchenko and Partey and White being inverted, because they can retrieve the ball really fast back. That's literally the purpose. That's one of the main purpose of inversion, to be able to retrieve the ball very fast and recycle it. So that's why, to me, I know you always say like they'll take advantage. I defer to that statement. I don't think that would always happen. It would happen every now and then, yes. Even with City, it happens, but I don't think it will be as common as you think it will happen.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I remember I said like City, they know how to get the ball because they press you close to your box 18. But the problem now lies in the fact that those times it happens might be crucial in the season, in the title race. So, but I get what you're saying. It's just that it's something that you guys have to watch out for. So, who's your manager of the season?
To me, there's one clear option. To me, is Mikel Arteta. The reason why I say that is, one, he won the most managers of the month, throughout his entire season, and two, Pep. There was an expectation of Man City already winning the league before it started, but with Arteta, the expectation was that if you even make top 4, is a successful season, and he was 5 points behind Man City, and that's why I would say Arteta.
Okay, my manager of the season is Pep, for obvious reasons. So I think this one is one of very, I won't say difficult, but just try as much as you can. Worst team of the season. So you can go 2 ways. You can do 11, or you can just pick a club. I am going to pick a club. So I don't want to go through players because there were so many horrible players this season. So to just save everybody time.
Yeah. There's one clear team for everybody.
What team is that?
We all know the team now.
for people that don't know, just
No,
say it.
no, it's obvious.
Say it now. For people that don't know, say
I mean, it's Chelsea. Chelsea is the obvious thing.
it.
Chelsea is the obvious thing.
If from the beginning of this podcast to the end, they're always. We have a name for them now. It was between them and Liverpool.
Me table teams.
It was between them and Liverpool every week.
Yeah, draw Ogbono, Okro.
Every week, both of them they're just fighting. But Liverpool found a way to finish the season
strong, but Chelsea almost.
Chelsea, they're just very benign. And speaking of that, what team do you think will spring a surprise next season? That is not Arsenal.
When you say spring is like enter when you say surprise, enter top 4, top 6, or what?
Whatever you define surprise as,
whatever surprise as. Like, for example, I'll give an example.
Newcastle, you can say they'll finish.
Yeah. So this season,
top, something like that.
Okay. Before that, let's do this season. Which team or which club was a surprise for you?
For me, I think what's their name? Oh, like surprise good or surprise bad?
Surprise good, obviously. Surprise bad is Chelsea now.
Surprise good. I would say like Newcastle or Man U, because to be honest, I really predicted mine wasn't going to do good at the beginning of the season.
Okay.
So yeah, either Newcastle, more of Newcastle. I think they exceeded.
The surprise team was Brighton.
Brighton too. Yeah, I completely forgot about Brighton.
My surprise teams, Brighton and Aston Villa. So Newcastle is not surprising because from last season, I've seen the handwork. I'm like, these guys are coming. I just knew they were coming. Like the way they ended the season, the way they acquired new players. I was like, I told Ayotunde that my problem season is Newcastle for United. I just knew it. Like Newcastle was going to be United's problem, and almost on all platforms, everywhere, they were a problem. He said Tottenham. I was like, I don't think Tottenham is that. It's not that. I know what Tottenham is about. Like, I'm not surprised. Even Liverpool, I know how Liverpool was going to finish. I'm not really surprised about Liverpool's nonsense and finishing almost close to finishing top 4. But Newcastle, I was like, yeah, watch out for those guys. So for next season, in same vein, what teams do you think would be a surprise?
Let me think. I think probably Aston Villa, man.
Aston Villa. So you think they'll keep what's his name? Unai Emery?
Oh, what do you mean keep him? Like he'll still be their coach?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think he'll still be their coach.
So I have this theory. and it has been tested and trusted, and when a team, say all those mid-table teams, when they are struggling, they pick one of those heritage managers to come manage them, help them survive the relegation. Then once they survive the relegation, the next season they start playing foolish football, and the club is like, oh, we don't want to play this anymore. So they get someone that plays progressive football, play fancy football, and that works months. And again, they're back into that relegation further, and they get back their heritage manager, rinse and repeat. So I think I just hope that doesn't happen, because I want a good competition for next season. I want Lopetegui, I want Unai Emery, I want Arteta, I want Pep, I don't want Liverpool. I want Liverpool to go down. I want Tottenham to go down. I want United to stand up, even though they are trying to be on crutches. Who again? Let me see. Brighton. I want Brighton.
Arsenal to go down.
No, I didn't mention Arsenal now. I didn't know what Arsenal is going to do. So I'm not really I'm not bothered about Arsenal. It's Tottenham, Liverpool that I want them to go as far down as possible. Chelsea. So for me, to answer the question, I think Chelsea might spring a surprise, because I feel that club needs someone to, first of all, trim down the excesses and arrange everybody to say, okay, this is how we want to play. This is the kind of quality we have, and rearrange the players. So because they have a lot of quality in quotes, where you can remove one player, bring in another player, and your style still continues. So I feel Chelsea will be that for me.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Obina, how about you?
What my team to be confirmed of for next season?
No, it's a surprise team.
For next season?
Yeah.
I still say Brighton. I still say that their
Okay.
incredible recruitment will continue.
But don't be surprised though.
No. But I'm saying they will win more games, and De Zerbi will evolve because
What about taking into consideration that they're going to lose Caicedo and
Yeah.
McAllister?
And in Europe too. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Which
that's
is
a lot.
So
that's
what
a
I'm
lot.
saying. Which is that's what I'm saying. So teams will think that them losing these players will weaken them significantly. I say that their recruitment will ensure that they continue to play very well. De Zerbi will have will evolve his with the new players he gets, because they have these two South American kids,
And Ciso,
and Ciso, and then the one on the right wing.
Undab. No, Undab is
What is the
That's
striker
the
now?
striker.
yeah. The
I
other
can't remember
guy,
his
I know it
name.
starts with a B.
Yeah, it's quite long. I can't remember the guy's name now. But yeah, those two kids, and they keep getting, they will keep getting more. So I think they'll surprise teams with how they'll still be able to win games. And
Pascal Gross.
No,
no,
not
not
Gross.
Pascal Gross. No, not Gross. I can't remember the kid's name.
It starts with a B. I know what you're talking about.
If I see it, I'll remember.
Cameron Point.
What?
Cameron Point.
No. No, let's keep going. When I remember the name,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what team do you think is going to struggle next season?
Buonanotte, Facunda Buonanotte. That's the
Oh,
kid's
okay.
name.
Yeah, that name sounds very familiar.
Yeah, Buonanotte. Yeah. What team do I think will struggle next season?
Yep.
I think. Oh, let's see the people who coming up. I think Nottingham Forest will struggle.
Okay, so you know what? Don't consider the teams coming up, because it's unfair to say they will struggle, knowing that by default they'll struggle. So
No, which is why I said Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
I said Nottingham Forest.
Okay.
Nottingham Forest will struggle. I think Tottenham will struggle.
Okay.
Because they'll most probably lose Harry Kane this summer. And there's that guy's, you can't replace the goals and what he just brings for that team. So they'll struggle. The Eric Diaz, the Davinson Sanchez's,
Those are trash.
yeah. So Tottenham will struggle. So I say Tottenham and Nottingham Forest. Yeah. Yeah.
Olu?
I think Everton, man.
As usual.
Everton, they've been struggling for. I think next season will be the season they will actually go down, man. Like relegation.
They've tried, man. They've really tried. 2 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. So,
yeah.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's gonna. Everton is, to me, I mean, Bournemouth as well, man. Everton and Bournemouth. I think they will significantly struggle next season.
Is there a reason why Bournemouth to struggle?
Because, to be honest, I predicted them to relegate this season, but they were able to win. There were certain games they won that I was very surprised. But next season, I don't think they'll be able to win those games. So take, for example, like Tottenham away, right? When they beat them 3-2. I don't think they will beat Tottenham away next season.
For me, I think, aside from the obvious names, the Nottingham Forest of this world, Bournemouth, I think Newcastle and Brighton. Because, 2 reasons. For Brighton, when you play in Europe, no matter how large your squad is, you struggle when you play on Thursdays. So that's huge. and they've not done that before, or I don't know, maybe in their past they've played in Europe in any of the
No, that's the first
levels.
time ever in their history.
So they don't have the experience, and knowing that they will lose a lot of players, and they'll still want to play. They'll still want to play the
That
style they
same
want to play.
attractive football.
Yeah, so it's gonna be huge. But I'll be surprised. I'll be pleasantly surprised if they do well in EPL. But I see them do well in Europe to a certain level, the way West Ham did. But in EPL, they will struggle. Then Newcastle.
Can I just counter that quickly?
Yeah.
I don't think they'll struggle. I think it's over, because this season they were in 3 competitions. They went all the way in FA Cup. I mean, they went. They went. They got to semi-final of FA Cup, right?
Yeah.
They got to. They went far in Carabao, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's not. It's not. I don't think it will be such a. Yes, they will add. Thursday night football will be harder to add an extra dimension, but I don't think it's out of this world. Like, I don't think it will be a significant enough change for them, because this season they went as far as they did with the players that they have, and so again, for me, it just boils down to them having good recruitment. If they have good recruitment, I think they'll be fine.
If they don't struggle, they'll be the first team in EPL history to play in Europe on Thursday and not struggle in the league, and I applaud them, because on record, there's no team that plays on Thursday that sticks to their goal in EPL. It's just facts. So if they do that, because you cannot compare FA Cup and Carabao Cup to Thursday night football, definitely cannot, because you are getting breaks for those FA Cups and Carabao Cups. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For Newcastle, the same thing applies. They've not been in Europe in a long time. They will need to buy a lot of players to begin with, and number 2, they might need to change their style of football, because they don't have people in the midfield that owns the ball. They want to run. They want to play that aggressive football, and that's going to take a toll on their players.
Injury,
Yeah. So if those 2 teams can navigate those things, I will applaud them. And those things are huge things to consider that might just cause setbacks for them. So, anyways, this has been a very good season. I personally want to thank all our fans, our 2 fans that have been listening to us from the beginning of
15.
I mean, to me, I always say 2 fans, because I believe if you have 1 or 2 fans out there, you are doing something good. I want to really appreciate everyone that's been with us from beginning to this point. It was just an idea that we just came up with and made it work. Funny, I live very far away from Obina without disclosing my location, and we find a way to. We are on different time zones. In fact, we even have people who are like 6 hours ahead of us that we try to bring in as guests, and we try to make everything work. I want to thank everyone that's come on the show as guests, even though some of them are biased, as we rightly named the show as. We want to keep the bias going. We want to keep it rolling. Hopefully next season the bias will increase, and hopefully my bias towards Arsenal would always remain impeccable, shining as ever. And I want to stay on record today that Arsenal will not finish top 4 next season. So, but thank you, Obina. Thank you, Olu. You guys have anything else to add to what I've said?
I'm a new Man U hater right now. I hate Man U now with everything.
Welcome to the club, brother. Welcome to the club.
I didn't used to hate them this much, but now, wow, it's to the roof. It's to the roof, man.
I hated that team from the moment I knew that team existed. I don't know. I hated that team, and I will. But no, thank you all for listening. We appreciate it. Those who give feedback, thank you very much. One last thing. So the Champions League final is this weekend. Real quick, predictions really quickly, guys. Who do you have winning?
I'm cutting for me, I'm cutting 2 minds, man. In one mind, I don't want Man City to win it, because I still want them to not win a European trophy. Because you will now see people coming back, Arsenal, everything always comes back to Arsenal. But on the other side, I'm like, I want them to win it because I want them to match Man U's record. The bragging rights that Man U had, I want their noisy neighbors, like they call them, now the big dogs of the city.
Yeah, what about you?
Um,
Wait, so you want City to win? You
Yeah,
have to pick
man,
one.
because
You have to
I
pick
hate
one.
Man U that much.
but
That's
but
why.
but that's not the question, though. That's not the question. Who
No,
is
he has
winning?
answered. He has answered. He said
Yeah, I
yes.
say I hate Man U that much. That's why I want them to win.
No, but that's not the question.
No, he
Anyways,
can't. No, the question was, you would
I
want to
think
win.
I think City are going to win, but my heart is telling me
Inter surprised them, Abi.
my heart is Inter might do something
Yeah,
massive for me, but
Oh, so you say City?
City
Okay.
are favorites. So I honestly I don't see City losing that game.
yeah,
But
man.
if Inter wins, I'll not be surprised. I'm just going to put it that way.
True. That too.
Uh, Lukaku is allegedly now seeing Meg the Stallion, and women have a way of getting men to do things.
The
So,
same way Kim made Saka do things, right?
well, that's different. Actually, that what I say, and I factored in the fact that they allegedly seen. Kim was not allegedly seeing Saka. Thank you very much.
Everything about Arsenal is always the other. Is always inside
Please,
out.
let's keep you focused on
Always
Champions
inside
League
out.
final. Let's focus on Champions League final, please. Why Arsenal? Anyway, I think that as much as I don't want City to win, I think that even when they don't play well, for example, the FA Cup final, for example, against Arsenal, both legs, even when they don't play well, actually, no, not both legs, the first time, even when they don't play well, they still find a way. And
Mm-hmm.
so I just think that there'll be too much for Inter. I want to be wrong, but I don't think I will be. I think
Yeah, I definitely think the first person to score is going to win that game.
yeah. Well, that's a good opinion.
And for me, no, I don't agree. But let's see.
Because if
Let's see.
Inter scores, they will just park the
They
bus.
just lock up, yeah.
Nah.
But
Because they
well,
are
that's
already
a
a very
terrible strategy
defensive
to
team.
have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, let's. It will be. I think it will be a very good game, though. I think it will be a good game. I think they'll pose problems for City in ways that they've not seen before. Because if Inzaghi starts Lukaku and Martinez, they have a very good. In fact, actually, either striker with Martinez, so either Dzeko, who will have a point to prove, Lukaku also will have a point to prove based on his United affiliation. Either striker with Lautaro Martinez, I think, will pose a problem for City when City is defending. It's just how Inter respond to City on the ball. But yeah. Anyway, that has been the show. Thank you all very much, and until next time, then keep being biased and enjoy the Champions League final.
On that note, this will be the last episode till the season starts. We thank everyone once again for listening, and hopefully next season will be better. Have a good one.
Alrighty. Cheers.
Cheers.